You are now feeling completely relaxed from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. And your mind is open and receptive to all the positive suggestions I'm about to tell you. I know that for a long time now, you've been troubled by a fear of being rejected. I don't know how or why you've felt that way, but your inner mind knows everything that has ever happened to you. It knows every thought you've had. It knows every feeling and every emotion you have ever experienced. All is recorded here in your wonderful subconscious mind. And today, with the help of your wonderful subconscious mind, we're going to go back in time to the very first time that you felt that way. We're going to go back and change any negative conditioning that led to your fear of rejection. And we're going to help you feel more confident instead. So let us begin. We are going way back to your earliest memories to explore your earlier childhood. Just allow your beautiful mind to drift and wander back in time. As you do this, imagine yourself in an attic at the top of a very old house. The attic has a sloped beam roof, and there is a window looking out onto the city beyond. It is almost midnight, and the moonlight is flooding through the window, illuminating the attic with its silvery glow. As you look around, you notice there is an old chest here in the attic. There is an old chest and a child's rocking horse and a small bed with a canopy. There are toy soldiers and a rag doll slouched in one corner of the attic. They look rejected too. Outside in the city is a tall clock tower. There is also a river that winds around the town like a ribbon of silver in the moonlight. Further into the distance, you notice a bridge and rolling countryside. The clock tower is beginning to toll the hour of midnight. As it strikes the first chime, you notice the clouds drifting over the moon, transparent in the moonlight, and you find your mind wandering gently back to earlier times. The clock strikes a second time, and a soft, gentle breeze wafts into the room through the slightly opened window. You find your mind going further and further back with each strike of the clock. And at the third strike of the clock, you notice the sweet, heavy scent of lilac in the still night air. At the fourth strike, you hear the sound of a cat meowing on a wall below. And on the strike of 5, you notice the sound of a car going by. It sounds its horn in the night. At the 6th chime, you walk over to the window and look outside, noticing the stars up there in the night sky twinkling away. As the clock strikes 7, you notice stardust floating into your room, filling it with a golden glow. And at the 8th chime, your body begins to feel light and weightless, and you feel as though there is no gravity holding you down. At 9, you begin to float out of the window and into the city beyond. The 10th chime sounds very distant and quieter now. On the 11th chime, you find yourself going all the way back in time to your childhood days. And on the 12th chime, you are back there experiencing the highs and lows of your childhood days. Remember good and bad times alike, but in particular, I want you to find a memory from your earlier life that is linked to your current problem. You are remembering a time that you felt rejected in a way that was going to affect you for many years to come. But as this memory comes to mind, you find you can see it as though you are looking from a completely new perspective. You are aware of your younger self, and at the same time you have the insight and understanding of the adult you, the wiser you that you are now. And I want that adult you to go back to the child you that was and reassure or do or say whatever you instinctively know needs to be said or done. Whatever your child needed at that time, give it. Give your child love and warmth. Give your child attention and understanding. Tell your child that you are your own best friend. And as you remake friends with yourself, an amazing thing begins to happen. You realize that you no longer need to fear rejection from anyone in the whole world, because you accept yourself. That's right, you are your own best friend. You understand with clarity and wisdom that there will be times that people reject something you say or do, and you also know that's not really you they're rejecting. You can never be rejected. You are always loved. It is the same as if someone suggests something to you that you really think is a bad idea. You say so, perhaps more tactfully than some people would, perhaps more tactfully than some others would, but you are certainly not rejecting that person. You're only considering the idea they are putting forward, and more you are beginning to love yourself for the wonderful person you are. You accept yourself. You accept yourself completely. You are accepted and loved so deeply. You are kind to yourself and you are kind to others. You find you don't need to be worried about what others think or say about you. It really does not matter what they think or say, as long as you accept yourself, and you do. So as long as you are true to yourself, you don't need to please others. If they don't accept the way that you are, then that is their problem, not yours. You are so deeply loved. You begin to see situations with more clarity and understanding and no longer fear being rejected. You are always loved. You have a lifetime of experience and ideas to put forward, and if others don't agree with your views or ideas, it is no big deal to you. You accept that sometimes others will disagree with you, and this can help you to grow and to learn and to understand more about how they see the world. You realize that it doesn't necessarily mean that your ideas are wrong.